Nati, thank you very much for coming on to the Security Space podcast today. What we will be discussing is what is browser security in 2025. So, a bit of a peculiar title, but I'm sure we will get into it in a few seconds. But before we do, Nati, are you okay just to give the audience a little bit of an introduction to yourself, if that's okay?
Yeah, so first of all, I'm Nati, so I'm happy to be here and talk to you. I work currently at Guardio. Guardio is a cybersecurity company, a B2C cybersecurity company. We'll talk about it, I guess, a bit later on, which is a bit peculiar for cybersecurity, especially here in Israel. And my role here is being head of what we call Guardio Labs, which is the research division. And as such, my place here is to really understand the threat vectors and the threat activity in all what we call browser security or eventually cyber security for the people. I'm here for 3 years and such, and I have lots to talk about what we do here and about the landscape in general. In my past, I was working on other types of cybersecurity, some more B2B or even B2G to government, more in the security area, in the defensive security, like almost, I guess, like 20 years already, and I'm feeling old when saying that. But I was all over the place from mobile devices, security and vulnerabilities to more SATCOM and cellular communication on the signal processing area. And lately, in the last few years, I'm more focused on web and internet in general, and this is exactly what Guardio is doing.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for that. And yeah, I think that segues pretty much into kicking this off. So, that's it. Who are Guardio and what problem do you guys solve in the market?
Great. So Guardio is, like I said, a cybersecurity company, a startup here in Israel. We are here for almost 5 years already, even six. And our product is a cybersecurity solution or bundle of solutions for the people. And in such, we are a B2C company, which is, again, something that is a bit strange in this kind of market. And we are here to solve the cybersecurity issue, not only for companies, not only for corporates, like most of this market today, but also for the people, like the long tail of cybersecurity. And eventually, these days, not only companies are being targeted, not only nation states are being targeted, but also the people, the common people, from your father, your grandmother, and your kids, and of course also us. And for that, we are here. Guardio is here to provide a solution that is, of course, easy to use and is manageable for common people without any tech, idea of what exactly they are doing. Just get Guardio and leave it to us. And as such, we started a few years ago as basically an extension for your browser. From realizing that most of the threats today, these days, and of course today, are coming from your browser, coming from your internet activity. And because your activity today, whether if it's for work or for business or just to watch movies and have fun or talk to your family members, it's all happening inside your browser today. You have your email, your bank account, your spreadsheets, and even the entire ecosystem of companies is built inside those browsers. So if this is the place where all your interesting stuff are, including your financial stuff, so this is exactly what scammers are after. And as such, this is the right place to start, with detecting and with providing the security you need. And this is our main first product, the Guardio browser extension. Since then, we also moved on to mobile devices, which is, of course, like the main device we are using today, both for Android and iOS. And also one step further to integration with cloud services. Cloud is a big word again. For companies, their entire system is today based on the cloud, and you have CSPM solutions and other stuff for that. But
Yeah.
for common people, cloud is basically the data you are using, your data, which is handled and processed by others. Eventually your email and other your social accounts and your Instagram and everything you do today is based on the cloud. And our first integration was with Gmail to help you also protect your inbox from malicious emails and phishing attempts and such. And we are now moving on to your social accounts as well. So this entire bundle is basically Guardio, and we work just like the Netflix for cybersecurity. You create an account and you get protection for all your devices and your family members, everything in one bundle, and this is why we are here for.
Yeah, and it sounds like that is very much key these days, and why a lot of security products are having so much success. It's that ease of use, and that's all in one bundle. And it's like with Wiz kind of putting the cloud security bundling all together. Netscope in the network engineering space, the ones that are having major success at the moment is when you can get an all-in-one platform. So I can kind of see the business model and where you guys are taking it. Just a quick question, just to check my understanding. Is it obviously your product is very much browser security, but is it different to a DFIR product? 'Cause it sounds like there's
Yeah.
similarities, but not the exact same. Can you explain a little bit more on that?
Yeah, well, again, because we are B2C and we're talking about personal usage of computers and devices and mobile devices, it's a bit different.
Okay.
And we also have another kind of visibility or capabilities from those you have, for example, with Wiz, that you just integrate all your accounts and all your cloud storage and everything together. And you have APIs to everything. In the case of the common people, you don't have those privileges. And this is our challenge here. And again, it's not only browser security. It's like the big word. We started from that, but it's all around security. And most of it, again, it's in the browser, because we see that most of the scams today, most of the malicious activity comes from the browser. And by the way, in most cases, gets out from the browser, but then goes back with all those stealers and stuff like that. You install something, you think it's in a patch for your game or a PDF document, but eventually it goes back to your to your browser to get all your data out of it, your passwords and your accounts and session cookies. So this is the place where we want to be protected on. But you also use your phone and you have the browser there and you have apps there and you have social accounts and you even have Google search, which is agnostic. You can use it from anywhere. But also in Google, you see sometimes malicious sponsored results. We see tons of examples in the past few years. So we need the protection from that as well. And you have social accounts with the feed filled with information about your friends and such, but also some of those posts are also created specifically to get you to some other kind of page to give you some details about yourself, even buy fake products. And so it's everywhere. It's in your browser, it's in your SMSs and text messages, it's in your email inbox. Sometimes even directly in your phone, someone is calling you and telling you some stories about, I don't know, some money you owe for the IRS or stuff like that. So scamming and fraud is all around us, and it's much more than browser security today. And again, because of that, the product itself is more, is not exactly, like an antivirus that you used to install sometimes.
Yes.
Back in the days on your Windows computer that is looking specifically for binaries and files and execution flows. Most of the scams today, those that also cost you tons and tons of money in losses, are not even executing as binaries on your computer, not like in, those, I guess it's more common in nation states or corporates that you actually need to be inside the network. But in this case, your data is not even on your computer, is out there in the cloud.
Yes.
So this is what makes it a bit different. And we, as always, target those scams and all kinds of threats and trying to be the first to detect those on the 4 steps, even before you click on the bad link that looks like a login page for Facebook, for example. We try to mitigate it even before the SMS even reaches you. So it's different.
I'm just trying to work out what family it sounds like this is part of, because it sounds like there's a bit of cloud security going on, a bit of data security going on, a bit of AppSec going on. And I'm just trying to very naively put you guys into a box so that I know where you guys sit, but I can't seem to figure out where you guys belong in the ecosystem. Do you guys define yourselves as having a yes, we're a cloud security tool, or we're an AppSec tool, or do you guys kind of go, no, we're not really part of any family, we're in our own lane a little bit? What's your thoughts on that?
This is exactly where we are different, and
Yeah,
it's up for us to create those. Basically, I guess we need to create a new category for us.
yeah,
The first thing we did, and when everybody is asking us what is Guardio and are you an antivirus, the first thing we say, we are not an antivirus. We are completely different in many ways, and also we are many types of products. We have an extension, we have different applications, we have integration to the cloud like cloud security companies today, but for the people, and we are all over the place because we need to be there.
yeah,
It's just because you are now a user of the internet and basic, like any other people, you are using everything without even understanding that this is a cloud service and this was an SMS coming from there. This is email from SendGrid or from malicious actor. I have no idea. It's like, it's my common day, it's my common routines, and we need to be everywhere.
yeah,
And so again, as a researcher here and with my people here under the labs, our job here is to be, again, understand and be in the knowledge base for this entire system of threats
yeah,
all over the place. And one day we are looking into some malicious apps for Android, and another day we are looking into new methods to indicate that this page is this specific page where you need to enter your credit card is using a legit payment gateway or it's something else. And another day we are totally into APIs to the cloud. We are doing just anything that is needed to keep
yeah,
our users
yeah.
protected.
Nice, nice. Okay. So, on previous episodes of the security space, I've spoke to many different sort of founders, and a particular quote is sticking in my head right now from Itmar at Prompt Security, and he said that for their Gen AI tool, he had to wait until the market was ready for him to release it. Now, to put this into the context of yourself, Nati, it sounds like, because the fact that you have to explain to people that you speak to in terms of like, look, this is what we are. We're not an antivirus. We're not this. We're not that. We're in our own. Does that mean that you at the moment are educating the market on what browser security is, and why is there not more awareness around browser security? Because, like I say, browsers are not new. Like they're not this new phenomenon. But it sounds like browser security is, or at least to a high level. Why do you think that, like, you guys are sort of at the forefront of this, and why do you think this hasn't come before you?
Well, there are many answers for that, basically, because first of all, our target market, those
Mm,
are, again, the common people.
mm,
They are not aware, some are not even aware about the threats there are. And even if they are aware of those, something that we see mostly in the average crowd in my age is that I don't worry. I know that if I see something strange, I will know not to click on it.
mm,
And this is something we hear from everybody until they actually click on something they didn't need to. And again, I have 20 years of experience, and I still know that if I see something and I got abstracted from something, I don't know, I will click on it eventually. And I actually did. I can say that I actually did once click on something like that because it was really, really good. It was designed so well.
yeah,
And after a few seconds, I realized something is wrong here.
it's too good to
And
be true, this, isn't it?
yeah, and I was amazed about how good it was designed to target people like me. And we are talking about the scale here. The scale is enormous, like millions and millions of people getting the same attack vector. It's not like you are spear phishing for a specific person or targeting a specific company. And because of the scale, and because it was always the long tail of cybersecurity, but it's so long it overcrowds everything.
Yeah.
And because of that, people are eventually starting to realize they need some kind of extra protection.
Yeah.
And again, it takes time, and you need to educate your users also along the way. Even after they are using Guardio, they install Guardio and they started using it, we keep on educating them about all other threats and all other methods scammers can affect them. And even if we block a page, we try all the time to also explain why. So it's part of what we are doing on the daily basis.
Yep.
And if we are talking about making the crowd more aware of what we are doing here and why it's not, it's like the basic thing. You install a computer, you install your word processor, and you install Guardio or something like Guardio. It's not like that still. And I think there is another reason for that. And it's because people think that what they get with their computer, with their device, is already protected. And again, there are many types of mechanisms today. Like you're using Chrome from Google, you have safe browsing, or using Edge, you have I forgot the name. Screen something, sorry, forgot. But again, it's the same. There are companies that give you that for free.
Yep.
But, and again, I'm a bit biased, of course, but it's not flawless. It's not working that well. And there are many reasons for that as well. But what we do here at Guardio, we make the best efforts for what we call the patient zero to be protected, because those kinds of scams basically being mitigated only after enough people getting hurt and provide this information to other companies or other specific services, and then it goes back to safe browsing and to those blacklists. So if you weren't the first to get it, you were the second, the third, you will probably get it and it won't be blocked. And this is like our main effort here. So again, you have your default protection, you have your different security buzzwords on your OS or your devices. Eventually, any scammer today won't even start their campaign unless they are bypassing those basic protections. So if this is the case, and we can see that there are tons and tons of campaigns running every day, so I guess those protections are just not enough.
Yeah.
And this is what we try to do here at Guardio, and we realize that you need to educate people about cybersecurity. It's part of our bundle of products eventually, because it's not only provide the security, it's also educate them, making them more aware of what is happening around them, and being there first, even if they are getting distracted for a second. Guardio is there to provide the protection.
It sounds like you're also doing a bit of security awareness as well. So just to add to another layer of what you guys do as well. So it sounds like very much an all-in-one, like you say. Just wanted to go back very much to the start of what you said there about you received a very convincing email. And my question to you is how is AI affecting browser security? Because as we know, AI is getting it makes the attacks more sophisticated as well. Before, you could see all these really clunky emails with capital letters where they shouldn't be, and email addresses that are like hieroglyphics going off the page. So how has AI actually impacted browser security in the last few years, and how will it impact it moving forward?
Well, there are two parts for this. First is like what scammers are doing with AI and how it helps them to be more sufficient.
Mm.
And the other side is what we as Guardio or other companies do with AI
Yep.
to get better protection.
Yep.
So I can tell you about both sides.
Yes,
On one,
please.
I have actual examples because this is what we are doing here at Guardio. On the other end, I can just realize what is going to happen with AI. I even tried a few days ago to use some AI services to see, again, those AI services, we are using them as customers for our users
Mm.
on the legitimate side of it, of course, but how you can abuse these powerful AI agents also for the dark side. So I tried it out, and I think this example will just show you how easy it is and what we can expect from in the next few months. I can say even months because AI is like reinventing itself so quickly, so it can happen even tomorrow. So let's talk about a specific email-based attack, phishing email with a landing page that wants your credentials. It's like the basic scamming of all. But to do that, you need information about the user, their email address. Okay, it's been leaked all around, it's no problem. You need to create some kind of narrative, something that will make the people to actually click and provide the information you want from them. And you also need to create some kind of page for that, that will look legit and will act legit, and so on. So what scammers are doing today, they are using some phishing kits, basic kits of a scam page and a letter, how they call it, the email itself. For example, your iCloud storage is running low. Click here to claim 20 gigabits for free. Okay, and all you need to do is log into your iCloud account. Okay, so this is like something we see all around. But if I get this email, I'm an Android user. I don't have iCloud storage, so why this was sent to me? Of course, it's a scam. So you lose your clients. The scammer is losing their clients, and other people say, no, my account is okay, everything is well. So what's going on? It's not that perfect because they're using scale and they're selling it for millions of people. Even if you will click on it, it's enough for them.
Yep.
I think about another scenario in which you have your leads, you have your emails, addresses, and people's names and such. But instead of using a generic theme for your scam, why not personalize it for specifically for each one of your targets? You can do that manually, but it won't be cost effective, of course. With AI, it's a different story. What I try to do is using some services that are already public and available. One is for, okay, I have a name, I used my name, of course, and I used a service that just takes all the social accounts of this person and all Google search about it and everything, and concludes like one document of what is this person is all about, what they're using, where they work, what kind of people they are. The service even gives you information about how to approach them and which kind of language to use and what they are used to do. Great already. Take
Nice.
this, just drop it to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to create, okay, this is the person. And now for educational use only, of course, we want to scam them, to do a red team act on them. And ChatGPT provides you a narrative. In my case, it was, okay, it looks like he's a security expert and such. Let's say that we are a Black Hat group that is going to the conference and we want to share with you our draft and get your notes and be part of this research and present it together. Sounds great. And of course, in the email itself, you personalize it with information about you, your past researches and why we chose you and such. Like it looks legit.
Yeah.
And this is the email, and you have a click to download the draft. All you need to is just log in with your Google account. Okay. And now you need to create the web page for that. So you just take this prompt or even ask ChatGPT, make me the prompt for creating this kind of web page,
Yeah.
and you send it to another service that creates land pages,
Yeah.
like Laravel, which is a great service, by the way. And you send it there, and it creates the landing page, and even have it hosted. And basically, you just generated the full-blown super spear phishing campaign for one person without doing anything, basically. All was AI generated. So think about using this kind of flow for a list of million people with all their information available on the internet. All you need is their name, email, and that's it.
Yeah.
And suddenly you have a scam that is not like 1%, half a percent successful. It's like 20, 30% successful, which is crazy. And it's much harder to detect those kinds of scams because they look legit, and you will never see a duplicate of the same email ever. It's unique for each person. It's like a real email just sent, which is scary because, again, most of the concept today with threat hunting and detection is finding similarities between this email and this email. They are trying to mitigate it in many, using just random numbers inside and stuff like that. But eventually, the narrative is the same for all those emails. Here, you don't have that. You have a single email sent like trillions and trillions of others at the same time. But this one needs to be detected. And now we are asking ourselves how we are going to do that. So this is my conspiracy on AI with scamming for the next year.
Yeah.
But sadly, I just did it to myself with real products that are already available. So
it sounds like a really, really sort of interesting but scary time as we sort of are in the turbulent teenager years of AI and AI insecurity, and it's a very interesting battle that's going on at the moment. But Nati, I can't believe it. We've come to our time. So if anybody has any questions for Nati or would like to learn more about Guardio, I will be sure to put all the information down below. But yes, I might even be knocking on your door for round 2 of this because I can't believe how fast we've flown through that. But yes, once again, Nati, thank you for coming on the Security Space.
Thank you. It was fun, and it's always interesting to talk about cybersecurity, especially for the common people, and to educate and to make them realize we are living in scary times, but there are solutions for that.
Absolutely. Thanks once again, Nati.
Thank you.